Welcome back. The Fiji Rugby Union has finally confirmed receiving the matching bid from mobile company Digicel Fiji on their proposed sponsorship deal. The marketing group at the Rugby House are now filing all submissions from interested corporate bodies. It's understood that aside from Digicel, Vodafone and a consortium of local organizations have also made their submissions. It's not confirmed yet when the final decision will be announced.
These documents been sent, and like I said, I'm not going to name anybody. I won't name no sponsors right now till we finalize the whole vetting process. Definitely it's going to happen soon, but I can't give you an exact date and time that when it's going to happen. But we are vetting it right now. We are in the process of going through each product and whatever the sponsors' submission are. And once we have finalized that, the subcommittee will then put a proposal to the board, and like I said earlier, the board will make the decision.
Benito Masilevo is one of the 5 most talked about players in the IRB 7 series ahead of this weekend's Las Vegas Sevens. A hooker but joined top scorer in this season's try-scoring list with 17 points alongside Samisoni Biribiri, Masilevo has often been overlooked in the past. He's been a hit among fans alongside South Africa's Branko du Preez, Kenya's Collins Injera, USA's Carlin Isles and Mike Ellery.
That huge patriotism towards the team, it's the nation's team, it's the people's team. The boys know that, and that's why, I don't need to tell them to give it their all. And we're a bit, financially we're underdogs here, and we've got a point to prove that talent and hard work and some faith and teamwork and all the things that really matter about rugby, that's what will get the team to victory.
The Maori Sevens is expected to boil up as top teams eye for a place in the first 64 during teams registration. The organisers have promised that everyone will walk away winners as they've made changes to the format.
It's all thumbs up from the organisers of the Fiji Mbita Maori Sevens. The team registration now opens for the first 64 teams until the 19th of next month.
All teams, when they make the deposits, they need to write the team narration on the deposit slip so we can verify the teams that have paid. Last year, unfortunately, we had to turn away so many teams because they paid late and then they missed the registration date. So hopefully this year all the managers and officials can make an effort to register their teams on time.
Surely all the top guns will be part of the 2-day tournament, and it's no doubt the defending champions, Westfield Barbers, will have a stiff challenge in their title defence.
All the top teams will be there once again, and the defending champions, definitely Westfield Barbers, are in full force and preparing for this event. We also look forward to a lot of rural teams. We have teams from Vonoleu that have just contacted us, that have already made their deposit, so we have teams coming from Vonoleu as well.
With the interest of Maori Sevens growing bigger locally, the organisers have changed the format, which will see some night games in the tournament.
This year we will continue to have night games on day one, so then it will also get a chance for the spectators who knock off work at 5 o'clock to come and watch the first round of eliminations, which will be played on Friday night. And this gives a chance for everybody to come and watch the event at the Fiji Mbita Maori Sevens.
With 64 teams participating, all teams will surely play in the eliminations and will be rewarded in either finishing on top or the bottom of the tournament.
The teams that bomb out on day one actually come back on day 2 and play a bonus exit game. That's the 3rd and 4th teams in the 16 booth. They actually get to play again the very next day as a bonus match before they exit the Fiji Mbita Maori Sevens. And all those teams, of course, will get cash prizes as well.
The Maori Sevens will be held at ANZ Stadium on the 7th and 8th of March. Vashnil Prasad, Fiji One News.
The first Super Rugby pre-season games is just over a week away, and one of the Chiefs' new signings have been cleared to make his mark for match number 1. Former Crusaders Robbie Fruin had 2 heart operations in the middle of last year to replace a valve. But he's now ready to relaunch his career.
Just recently, I'm hitting the best test results that I've ever had in my entire rugby career, and I'm making more strides in the past, the past 2 months than I have in the past 4 years.
The defending champions will definitely need Fruin in back. With another Crusaders recruit, Tom Marshall and Gareth Anscombe will miss the starting game of the new season. The Chiefs have confirmed they'll use Asaeli Tukirutuma on their wing once again. Rewa Football will miss one of their key defenders in the rest of the National League games this season. But coach Marika Rondu is confident his boys will step up in the game against Lautoka on Saturday night.
Pushing up to the limit, Rewa football team working on fitness as they march into the Fiji Sun Tuna Skipper National League second round. Under the watchful eyes of coach Marika Rondu, the players are expected to work on stamina in this week's training.
We'll be somewhere around about 70% to 80% fitness level, and we're working tremendously on our fitness.
Top players like Captain Loriman Dau and Pawasam Bainivalu are believed to play a huge role in the defense after Penyamin Rovers' sudden departure from Rewa.
Pelisukuru will be back after serving a one-match suspension from the IDC card, but top players like Peliloni Deva and Penyamin Rovers has unfortunately left the country for amical, but we have capable players who can fill in these gaps.
After a 2-1 win against Navua, Rondu has pointed out some weak areas. He is expected to polish up the midfield before the game against Lautoka.
We'll work on our midfield. We didn't really have much possession in midfield last week. This is where we want to control the game. Knowing the fact Lautoka is going to be a fast and youthful side, we want to control the game from the midfield.
The side will run into the game against Lautoka with an advantage. They'll want to secure 3 points and will be looking to get another win.
Any team in this competition would like to win. They'll come out strongly after the loss, and we should be ready to ensure that we see Lautoka off this weekend.
Rewa vs Lautoka match will be held at 7 p.m. at Ratudakambau Park on Saturday. Vashnil Prasad, Fiji One News.
Controversial French soccer star Nicolas Anelka faces a possible 5-match suspension after being charged by the English Football Association Tuesday for making a canal gesture last month. The 34-year-old striker made the sign that many believe is a Nazi salute in reverse after scoring for his Premier League team West Bromwich Albion against West Ham on December 28th. Anelka faces a minimum 5-match ban if found guilty by the FA and has until 6 o'clock Thursday to respond to the charge. Another major upset at the Australian Tennis Open with 5th seed Agnieszka Radwanska crashing out defending champion Victoria Azarenka 6-1, 5-7, 6-love this afternoon to progress to a first Australian Open semi-final. Radwanska had only defeated Azarenka once in their last 11 meetings, but it hardly seemed that way as the Pole raced out of the blocks to take the first set 6-1 in just 33 minutes. The Pole will face Dominika Cibulkova in her semi-final.
And I said, to myself, one day, I had to, have to have one step forward and, do the semi-final finally. So I'm so happy that, I did it finally.
Last night, another upset as Novak Djokovic's reign as king of the Australian Open was over. The world number 2, a winner at Melbourne Park in each of the last 3 years, was beaten in a grueling 5-set contest by 8th seed Stanislas Wawrinka, who will play Tomas Berdych for a place in Sunday's final.
He's in a great form. In the last 15 months he's had the best results, and he's established now in top 10, and he's been winning against top players in big tournaments.
With nomination to the annual Fiji Sports Awards coming to an end this week, the committee is adamant there is still more to come. The committee chair is requesting all sporting organizations to keep their nominations coming and pay tribute to sportspersons who should be recognized.
Only a few days remain for nominations to be received for the Fiji Annual Sports Awards night. The Lady Chair has confirmed that numbers have been increasing every year, as they had 53 in 2010 to 78 nominations last year, and they still expect more to come this year.
We have received some, I'll confirm that, but not as much as we would like. So please, invitations going out there to send your nomination in before Friday.
She adds sporting officials should understand that the event is not only recognized locally but also in the region, as was the case last year.
The winners on the night were submitted to the Pacific Games as Fiji's nominations through. And from that, the swimming nomination that won on the night, Matilita Bondromo, she won the Pacific Youth Award.
Lomboka adds there will be some surprises for the night, and she is urging national federations to render their support and send in their nominations before weekend.
I encourage all the sporting bodies out there, just please send in your nominations and make use of this effort that's staged annually to recognize the achievements of all your sporting people.
Last year's winners were Ilyas Ndelana from athletics as sportsman and Maria Liko from weightlifting as sportswoman. Selina Navuso, Fiji One News.
Candidate Master Kelvin Prasad is brimming with confidence to win the first Builds tournament organized by the Fiji Chess Federation on Saturday. Prasad, who won the tournament 2 years ago, is looking forward to put up a fine performance in the new season. He missed out the tournament last year but knows the competition will be tough, with challenges coming from the young players.
Blitz normally favors the younger players, so it'll be exciting to see the battle between youth and experience. I didn't get a chance to play in it last year, I was away, but I had won the event the year before, so yeah, surely I'll be out to try and reclaim that title.
Defending the Bulletin trophy will not be an easy task for Raiwai as they take on the powerhouses of volleyball this weekend. The Eagles court in Raiwai was back to business today as players and officials gear up for the tournament.
Bulletin tournament defending champions Raiwai are confident of retaining the trophy again this year. Last week's tournament was a build-up to this week's competition, and despite losing to the capital city side in both open grades, officials know they have the caliber of players that will deliver the results.
Our aim in this competition is to defend the Bulletin trophy this week. And also we will be preparing very well. All the team will be preparing very well for this week tournament.
He adds that it's not all about taking part and showcasing their talent. With the Raiwai community behind them, they will want to give something back to make them happy.
All the community in Raiwai is they all support the winners, not supporting the losers, only the winners.
Only time will tell who will be crowned the winner of the Bulletin for 2014 after all the noise settles at the arena on Saturday evening. But for Raiwai, they will treat every game as their last and will respect all the teams that come their way.
All of them know how to play volleyball. So we can look at Suva or Kirnoya, all of them. We'll try and beat them all. Yes, we're confident.
Selina Navuso, Fiji One News.
That's sports for today, Vili.
Thanks, Myron. Stay with us for World News after the break.